Fly this plane, and I'll marry you, huh? But you're just a cleaner, aren't you? The millionaire's voice was dripping with arrogance as he laughed, his friends joining in. A young black woman, still in her janitor's uniform, stood silently in the private jet hangar, her hands gripping the mop handle. They expected her to bow her head in shame. Instead, she looked him straight in the eyes. What happened next silenced his laughter forever. The private hangar was buzzing with wealthy elites preparing for a lavish trip. A sleek jet gleamed under the lights. The millionaire strutted confidently, surrounded by friends and admirers. He spotted the young cleaner working quietly near the plane, wiping the floor with care. With a smirk, he pointed at her. "You think you belong anywhere near this jet? Fly it for me, and I'll marry you. Until then, stay on the ground where you belong." His friends roared with laughter. The cleaner said nothing. She just kept working, but her silence held a weight none of them could read. She wasn't just any cleaner. Years before, she had worn a crisp pilot's uniform, soaring through skies with a license that took years of sweat and sacrifice to earn. But tragedy had struck her father's death, left her with debts she had to pay. She took the cleaning job at the very hangar where she once commanded respect. Determined to climb back, her uniform might have changed, but her skill, her knowledge, her power, they were all still there, waiting as the passengers prepared to board. The millionaire strutted about, tossing insults like confetti. "Money buys wings," he bragged to his guests. "Pilots are just servants in the sky. I own the skies." He shot the cleaner another mocking glance. "Still polishing floors while we take off, sweetheart. You should thank us for even letting you stand this close." His laughter echoed through the hangar. Minutes later, chaos broke the arrogance. Just as the jet taxied, the assigned pilot collapsed suddenly, his health failing. Panic spread among the crew. The co-pilot wasn't present, delayed by traffic. Passengers screamed. The millionaire froze. The jet needed to take off, and without a pilot, everything was at risk. Calmly, the cleaner stepped forward, her voice steady. "Let me fly it." The millionaire spun around, eyes wide in disbelief. "You? You can't even afford a seat on this jet, and you think you can touch the controls." But his laughter died when the ground crew looked at her with recognition. "Wait, isn't she?" One whispered. Another nodded. "Yes, she used to be one of the best pilots here. She trained half the staff." The hangar went silent. Dressed in her simple uniform, she walked past the stunned millionaire and climbed into the cockpit. Her hands fit the controls like they had never left. Her voice over the intercom was firm, commanding, every word dripping with the authority of experience. Engines roared. The jet lifted smoothly into the sky. Passengers, once panicked, now sat in awe. The millionaire, pale and speechless, gripped his seat. When the plane leveled into the clouds, she turned slightly, meeting the millionaire's stunned eyes from the cockpit. Her calm smile carried both pride and quiet defiance. "You said you'd marry me if I flew it. Do you keep your promises, or was it just another joke?" The cabin erupted not with laughter, but with applause. The passengers who once mocked her now clapped in respect. The millionaire, red-faced, slumped in his seat. The arrogance had drained from him. For the first time, he realized that money could buy a jet, but not dignity, not skill, not courage, and the woman he had called just a cleaner was the very one keeping him safe among the clouds with grace and precision. She brought the jet back to the runway. The landing was flawless, smooth as silk. When the doors opened, the passengers exited in stunned silence, each casting her a look of admiration. The millionaire trailed behind, humiliated, his earlier words echoing in his mind like poison. She walked away from the jet, mop in hand once more. But this time, no one saw a cleaner. They saw a pilot. They saw a leader. They saw a woman of unshakable dignity, and the millionaire, he never mocked her again. Some said his arrogance died in that cockpit, replaced with a bitter lesson. Never judge the worth of a person by the clothes they wear, because true greatness can't be mocked. It can only be revealed.